Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the efficient walkthrough. On this part, we'll be heading into the Demon Ruins, which runs hand in hand with the Catacombs of Carthus, which is where I'm at. The only other bonfire in the Catacombs, it is the second bonfire called Abandoned Tomb, which is exactly where we left off from the last video. As if you couldn't tell where I was by the amazing decor of this area. Yeah, looks great. Before we head in, it'd be a good idea to put on some armor with some good fire defense. And in my quick menu, I'm keeping some red bug pellets handy just in case. Well, just in case. Because we definitely need them. Alright, so we're going to head in the only direction we can go. So we're not going backwards. And Smouldering Lake will be the first area of the Demon Ruins. Now, the water is not poison. It is perfectly safe, except for there is a giant crossbow slash catapult thing that shoots 3 gigantic arrows at a time at you. So we are going to be moving very fast through here. We're going to start off by we're going to pretty much follow the trail of the items in the area. And we're also going to be taking out a giant worm that's straight ahead. So we'll make... Alright, so let's listen to the arrows. 1, 2, and 3. It should be pretty much all large titanite shards through here. So we're going to run for them and try and roll to avoid the arrows as best we can. And then we're going to hide behind this tree. Still got hit. And let's take out this worm while we're here. Alright, so the catapult is that direction. So we're going to walk, let's see, this way. We want to line ourselves up to make sure the tree is blocking the bolts from the catapult slash crossbow, while at the same time getting as close as we can to the worm. Now it should shoot out some lightning on the ground, and it'll give you an idea of where you should stand. So get up close to the lightning without getting hit by it. Yeah, that's about right. And we are going to put on the ring we went and got from the giant on the Tower of Undead Settlement. The Hawk Ring. We're going to extend the range of our bow. Black Bow of Ferris. And just the standard arrows work the best. We are going to stand here and shoot the closest part of his body. What's that do? 167. That's not too bad. And just for a reference, let's take the ring off. 56. Really? Okay, 121. That's a little bit better than the 56. I'm blind. Alright. So just keep shooting the worm until it dies.
Yes, this is technically cheesing the worm, but we don't give a fuck, we just want to get it done and over with.
Alright. Dead worm. You automatically get the lightning stake miracle as well as an undead bone shard from him. Switch back to the ring of your choice. Now let's take a journey straight ahead and grab these items. And here come the arrows. Oh shit, I'm barreling. Alright, we're gonna do kind of a loop around here. Alright, see the kind of like the brick wall right here, the stone wall? We're gonna get an arrow to hit that, to reveal a ring hidden behind it. Speckled stone plate ring. It increases all of your elemental defense, like lightning, magic, fire, and dark. Now to continue the loop, there's going to be a breakaway floor right up here that we're also going to get an arrow to hit, and we'll get it opened up. It's kind of like in the middle, give or take, if you're needing help finding it. Alright, with that open, we're going to journey all the way over to the side of the area. And we're going to avoid the crabs at the same time. So while you're running this direction, you don't really have to roll out of the way of the arrows. And we'll get a chaos gem down here. Oh shit, I got a crab on us. Let's go. Alright, stay to the right hand side of the tree. We're gonna pick up the rest of the items and then go into a cave that's on the wall to the left. Let's grab this far one first. Large titanite shard, and this should also be a large titanite shard. And that should take care of all the items in the water. Alright, so to the right is where we initially came out from the bonfire at the beginning, and right around here is a cave you can go in. I'm gonna turn around and look out so you have an idea of where we are. Straight across is a breakaway floor, to the left is the area where we came in, and the right is the far wall with the crabs. Alright, when you do come into this area, make sure you're at full health, and there's also going to be 2 crystal lizards on the way in. The first one is Twinkling Tatanite, and the second crystal lizard will drop a I can't even talk. A Tatanite chunk. So definitely make it a point to get the second crystal lizard. It does run a little bit sooner than the other one, so chase it down and get it. We don't want to miss any chunks yet in the game. There we go. And in here is Horus the Hushed, Anri's best friend, which he's been searching for. Unfortunately, he's fallen down into this chasm and has lost his way, which means he has turned hollow, and now we have to kill him. If he gets his shield up, he's actually pretty easy to guard break if you want to go that route. And you can easily parry his weapon art if he tries to do it. I want to see if I can get that in for... Here we go, come on. There we go, just like that. And just FYI, like any of the weapon arts where they just charge at you like that, there's a few different weapons that do it. It is so easy to parry those if you're not that good, because if you're not that good at parrying, or you need some practice to get better, that is probably the easiest weapon art, or one of the easiest moves altogether to parry. So it's a good start for learning how to do so. Alright, so with Horus down and we grab all the items out of the room, we are now gonna head to the breakaway floor, where we had the arrow open up the path in the floor. We'll drop down in there, and continue into the demon ruins from that direction. There is 2 ways to go in. I find this way the most efficient, which is the point of all this, I suppose. So get the arrows. That should be 3. Let's make a run for it. Straight ahead. Where are they? Right there, okay. And go. Now there's a ledge on one side. You can drop down to that first and then go down to the bottom so you don't lose any health. And so there's the longer end of the hull on one side and a short end of the hull on the other. We want to go to the longer end. So take it around, and there should be a crystal lizard right around the corner, and then just a dead end. There it is. And that'll be our second chaos gem of the area. Which is for fire damage infusion on a weapon that scales with faith and intelligence. Alright, and now we come up to one of these new enemies. It is a type of grue that has pyromancies and a giant machete. It is very easy to backstab this guy. Oh, don't let him get that off. There it is. They can cast a pyromancy that leaves a levitating fireball in the air that's like a turret that shoots fireballs at you, and it shoots them very rapidly, and it doesn't go away till you kill it. Okay, from this hall we are going to go left, not right yet. So to the left we get a bonfire. I'm not going to sit at it quite yet. The back corner of this room has an illusionary wall. And don't go straight ahead. Don't even go to the end of the hall. There's a bunch of those fire turrets that I was just talking about, and you'll get hit with a fireball just for looking out over the ledge. So we're going to immediately turn left and run down this corridor. And at the end of it is an Estus shard. And then you can just run back and you don't have to kill these guys. You can just run right around them. They're not too bad. Okay, now let's sit at the bonfire, and while we're sitting at the bonfire, re-upping our Estus. The pyromancy grue will be back. This is a really good spot to farm chaos gems. The pyromancy grue, that's easy to backstab right over there, will drop regular titanite shards, large titanite shards, and chaos gems. And in the room past him, which is where we're going next, there will be some regular grue, which can also drop regular titanite shards as well as large titanite shards. So you can farm the chaos gems and you can farm large titanite shards right here. Alright, and like I said, he's really easy to backstab, so just run right up to him, and when he casts a pyromancy, get right up in his chest, because his arms are so long, he will miss you. If you're standing right directly in front of him when he casts a pyromancy, his arms are just way too long, and it goes past you, so... And if you have to hit him a few times, it depends on the weight of the weapon. If you have a very light weapon, it's every 3 hits will stagger him, and if you have a heavier weapon like a greatsword similar to this, every 2 hits will stagger him. So if he's in the middle of attacking or doing anything, and you're worried about getting hit, once you get that second or third hit in, it'll cancel out whatever he's doing. Alright, and straight ahead, there's a grue sitting down directly in front of us, one to the left and one to the right. We're going to go to the right first and take out this one with the dagger, And then to the left is a spear and shield. And then we'll take out the sorcerer one. And in this room is the Irithyll pyromancy tome. Got tantanite shard and tantanite shard. And just FYI, almost every single creature in the demon ruins will drop a titanite shard. It's very... You're gonna end up with a lot of titanite by the time we get out of here, so... Alright. So, sit at the bonfire if you need to regen your health. And then we're going to go... Oh, we're not even gonna go that way. I'm fucking stupid. Okay, so let's sit at the bonfire. And that guy has expert hearing, so we're just gonna take him out so he doesn't end up following us. Backstab. There we go. Ooh, I missed. I suppose I should have had my Crystal Sage's rapier out the whole time, but... Okay, in the bonfire room there is a stairs that go down, so let's go that way. And immediately turn right. Down the hallway to our right is an ember, but once we grab that, it will aggro this guy. So we're going to take him out while he's sitting down minding his own business. I'm just going to come over and fuck his day up. We get a regular titanite shard as well as a large titanite shard. Very nice. Grab that ember, and you can head out either direction, left or right. I'm just going to go right. There should be the spellcasting Grue, and then one more Grue that that has the dagger. Yeah, there we go. And this should be the last one in this room. And no drop. I'm surprised. Alright, and out the only other doorway. We're going to end up with 3 of the Grue that are on all 4s and move around a little bit quicker in this room. They have less health though, so they're much easier to kill. There's also 2 of the rock guys that spit fire from Dark Souls 1. For the most part, you can ignore the rock guys. I don't believe they drop anything, so there's not really a whole lot of point in killing them. Hey, where are you going? They have like goat hooves or something? Like his back legs look like he was a goat walking. It's fucking weird. Okay. Anyway. Whoa, after I said to ignore him, they fucking trying to get some bukkake on me right here. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. Well, I guess learn from this. I've never had any trouble with these guys before. That's crazy. There, finally. Alright, so I guess ignore them at your own risk. Usually I don't have any trouble with them. I just come in here, kill the Grue, and move on. And that's that. They totally just snuck up on me though. At the end of the hallway there's an illusionary door on the left. In this illusionary door is a Black Knight killing a Grue. So we'll let him finish the Grue off, and then we're going to take out the Black Knight. And I want that axe. Ah, shit. Pop, 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 pop. Damn, not fast enough. Is that a 5 fucking hit combo? There we go. Ah, nothing. Okay, and in this room is the Black Knight sword. I believe it. I'm pretty sure that was in Dark Souls 1. Anyways, that's the sword I've been waiting for and saving my slab for. It has become like one of my new favorite swords. If you're a new game +2, I think it's +2, there is another ring in this room. I don't remember which ring it is, but there's definitely a +2 ring in this room. Okay, from here, Oh, I hate this next section. Alright, we're going to enter a hallway that has 2 of the pyromancy grooves in it and a whole bunch of those floating fire turrets. They, I'm not kidding when I say they shoot fast, so I'm going to eat a red bug pellet, get my, my fire damage absorption as high as I can get it, and we're gonna try and run. Well, actually, here, I'll show you. We're gonna do the bow tactic because I think that'll be the best way to go. We'll hide behind pillars. Okay, so let's take a bow out. This will be the easiest way to do it rather than trying to run it, because the fireballs stagger you and it's just ridiculous how fast they come out. So shoot some arrows into the fireball turrets. Usually nothing will bother me while I'm over here, but I'm just waiting for something to come down those stairs, because it seems like through this whole walkthrough it's just been shit going awry. Alright, so I'm gonna take out as many, god damn it, take out as many of these turrets as I can, and then take out the grue that are here. Hit it. Fuck. There. Alright. Oh, I did the backstab motion. That just didn't fucking count, I guess. There we go. He's already making another one. Whenever they do that little screaming noise, they're making a turret. Alright, so we got one left down here, and there's one of the turrets left. Let's just finish off the turret while we're here. Bam. It's really easy to take them out with a bow. They don't have a lot of HP, and they're a pretty nice sized target, so. There, staggered him out of his hit. Staggered him on the second hit again, see? Alright, so now that we've cleared out the bottom portion, at the very end of the hall on the left hand side, underneath a fiery slime is, I believe it's an undead bone shard. So let's trigger the slime, let it fall, and then grab the undead bone shard and get out of there. Don't grab it and let it fall on your head. And while we have this clear, okay, skip this doorway. There is a hole in the floor. It goes nowhere. We're gonna go up the next set of stairs. And there will be another pyromancy grue up here, and it's the last one of these. Let's try and bring him over to us. And we'll hide behind the... We'll stay behind the pillar in a way that blocks the turret from hitting us. And FYI, when you kill the pyromancy grue, any of the flaming turrets that it had made will die with it. So, and there's an ember up here, and out this doorway, right up the stairs, is the last bonfire, I believe. Yeah, this should be the last bonfire in the Demon Ruins area. And if you come out, we're at the boss's door, right on the other side of where we killed the worm. And on the ledge is a large Titanite shard. But we're gonna head right back in. I am not gonna sit at that bonfire. I do not want to have to deal with those fire turrets again. I'll head back down in. Now, there's one more area to this immediate section before we move on that I don't do anymore. It is absolutely not worth it. There is a group of the grue. There's 2 spear and shield guys, 1 dagger guy, and 1 spellcasting guy. Just here, let's see if we can sneak up on and get a look at them. Like, there's one spear guy right there. So they're all just right up ahead. There's no items there. There's one more hall to go down after those guys, where there's 2 of the grue that jump on your fucking head and just go crazy and just jump on your head and go fucking crazy and just, like, I don't know if they're biting your head or what the fuck they're doing, but there's 2 of those past that. And the only item after getting through those 2 waves of grues is one single ember that is also guarded by one of the rock statue guys that spits fire and a slime that is above the ember. Not worth it at all to fucking deal with all those things just to get an ember, so skipping that. We'll head back down, go back to the end of the hall that we came out of, where we fought the Black Knight, but we're gonna head right into this hallway here. Kill the rats as you go. So don't go straight ahead. There's gonna be a hole in the floor ahead, so take your, after you kill the rat, take the, which would be the first right. There'll be 3 more rats into this room. And straight ahead, straight across from the way we came in, is an illusionary wall. Illusionary wall. And behind that wall, see, and then here's the hole in the floor. And straight ahead is the room with the grooves that we came in, the corridor there. So to the left, we get the Koilana Pyromancy Tome. Oh yeah, and if you didn't know, from Dark Souls 1, look familiar? I sure hope so. For the pyromancy people, if you're doing a pyromancy build, down these stairs right here in the lava, you have, let's see, the silver-haired talisman is all the way at the back. It's a catalyst for casting pyromancies and miracles both. The first one, I believe it's Toxic Mist. There's another room with lava on the floor, and it should be Sacred Flame. So altogether, so all the items that are in lava is a Silver-haired Talisman, Toxic Mist, and Sacred Flame. I do get the Sacred Flame and the Toxic Mist mixed up, so at this point, I mean, if you're around the same level as me, I'm 59, you could definitely very well get these. I would honestly finish out the area first, because there's a high chance you'll die, so you'd want to finish out the area and come in with as little souls as you can to minimize the risk of doing this run and grab. But basically, you just put as much fire protection as you absolutely can on your character. Eat a red bug pellet, lighten, try to have a lighter load so you can run faster. You don't need any weapons when you run in there, so dump all your weapons and stuff. Just have your armor on. And just run as fast as you can to the items. Drink Estus as you go. That is probably the key thing that I've learned by doing it, is to make sure I'm drinking Estus. If you're up in an item and you're close to dying, it's better to drink the Estus and then grab it rather than try and grab it just to get it. But anyway, so back the way we came, through the illusionary wall that we made. We'll take the only other door that's left and go down the stairs. Yeah, there's a rat behind us. Take care of him first. Alright. We'll go down the stairs and to the right. Now, don't take the stairways to the left. There's an illusionary wall right up here that goes into the same area that gets us an item on the way down. So right here is an illusionary wall with a chest that has 3 large titanite shards. And then right behind the chest is a second illusionary wall. And this leads into the same area that the stairs do. So drop down one single drop to this ledge, you get the Irithyll staff. And down below, we have some basilisks. We're going to do a drop attack and try and take out as many as we can right away. Usually that third one doesn't come up, but whatever. So there's usually just two sitting right there, unaware that you're there. So you can usually do a drop attack and take them both out, but we're going to continue on. The room right here with the basilisks is, for the most part, just like a large rectangle. The way we drop down is right there. On this side would be the stairs, and at the top right corner of the rectangle is a Tatanite scale. Okay. And that's all there is for the basilisks. Right now I'm going to add in some of the alluring skulls into my square button item usage. Before we head up the stairs right there, we're going to hang a left, and we're going to fight Night Slayer Torrig one last time. This is him in his actual self. It is not a phantom. And he will chase the alluring skulls. So we're gonna throw a couple of them into the lava and let his HP dwindle down, because he is a fucking moron. And this is the other spot that has the items in the lava, so... Oh, don't go too far. There we go. So, the one right in front of me now, that's an ember on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side would be the Sacred Flame and or Toxic Mist. Or I guess just or, not and. Come on, pick it up. There we go. Alright, and by killing... Night Slayer Torrig right here, you get his Fume Ultra Greatsword, his shield as a drop, and then when you get back to the shrine, you can buy his armor set. And we're still gonna summon him for help during the boss fight of the area. You don't have to worry, if you kill him, you can still summon him, so. Alright, so head back out and up the stairs, where we're gonna face a second Black Knight. And there's a large amount of souls to the right hand side, which increases depending on which new game cycle you're in. If you're in regular new game, I believe it's the Crestfallen Knight souls. If you're in new game plus or higher, it's champion souls. So we're gonna lead him straight back here, where we don't have to worry about falling off the edge. Yeah, I should have just attacked once. Dodge, attack. Hey, not bad. Alright, so let's grab those souls. Yeah, Crestfallen Knight. Another way to get these, if you are having trouble running to get them, this spot only of course, when you get the Silver Cat ring from Cirrus, put the Silver Cat ring on and drop down to it and grab it. And then die. Silver Cat ring and a, what are those rings called? And a ring of sacrifice. That way you don't lose any souls. Alright, so up the 2 ladders. And there's a item off to the right hand side there. This will be the Dragon Rider bow. I'll just drop down and grab that. This bow scales better with strength than with dex. It's a good bow for damage. The Black Bow Ferris and the Dragon Rider bow are probably my favorite bows. The black bow of Ferris has good damage with long distance for the arrows for the shots, and the Dragon Rider has shorter distance but higher damage. So, all right. So we're gonna run straight out and come down. Just drop down anywhere you can, pretty much right away. Once you get down from the ledge into this area, the crossbow will not hit you. And then back to the left corner is 2 homeward bones. Fill my health up, and then continue down the path. Don't even worry about getting hit by the arrows. They will not hit you from here on out. To the right hand side is more bone wheels. There's nothing over there. There is absolutely no reason to go over there unless you want to try and get one of the shields that drops from these guys. But yeah, no reason to go over there at all. We'll go left. We got 2 skeletons standing behind this rock corner. I don't know what the hell they're doing, so we'll just sneak up on them and say hi. Alright. 2 more enemies, and then we're pretty much done with this area. Right up ahead is 2 of the Chattel Carthus skeleton warrior soldiers flying around, projectile kookery throwing dickheads. Alright, got it. One more. Fuck. There we go. Now, after beating them, go straight ahead, and we are at the crossbow catapult. In the middle of it is a switch to turn it off. If by chance you didn't get the ring down in the water area where you have to have the arrow hit the wall and break it, you can turn this back on if you need to. If you're a new game +1, there will be a ring on the outer edge of it right about here. And with that thing turned off, that clears the demon ruins. There is a boss to the area down there. We're gonna skip that boss. We're gonna go do the we're gonna go back. We gotta talk to Anri, and then we'll do the Catacombs boss. I'm gonna head back to Firelink Shrine, use up my souls and get ready, and then I'm gonna go back into the Catacombs of Carthus and head over to the boss from there. Don't need that. Alright, so we're heading from the Catacombs of Carthus bonfire. This is the very first bonfire of the Catacombs of Carthus. Oh, make sure before you do head in, out of all the bone shards we got, and the Estus shards, and all the pyromancy tomes, everything we got, make sure you do head back to Firelink Shrine and use up all those you can to make sure you burn all the bone shards. Get your Estus flask as high powered as you can get it. So so head down into the catacombs. We're gonna be heading for the boss door that's across that bridge. And we can definitely go straight ahead to the shortcut that we opened up earlier. And if you stick to the right hand side and right up against the stalagmites, I think they're called, you won't trigger the 2 skeletons to like rise up or spawn, whatever you want to call it. So before you go across the bridge, head up that pathway and talk to Andrea again, so we can let him know where we saw Horus.
Oh, you...
Tell of the Smouldering Lake.
Goodness me, to think that what thank this heart please.
And then he gives us a ring of the evil eye,
I will thank
which provides you with HP every time you kill somebody, or every time you kill an enemy. And by talking to him and telling him where Horus is, we're continuing the storyline to do the Londor ending. So let's run across the bridge. Cut it down. Oh, that didn't work. There we go. Alright. Then we head right up and open these doors. The boss fight doesn't start when you walk in the room. It starts after touching a cup or a goblet in the room. Once we touch the goblet, it will transfer us into kind of like an all black room. It's supposed to represent like we're fighting the boss in the abyss. This is going to be a puzzle boss. It's going to be it's a king. He's a king that killed other kings and took their crowns and grinded them up. And I believe did he make the gold bracelets with it? I'm not sure, but anyway. So he's wearing gold bracelets. They're big, they're shiny, you can't miss them. There's 2 gold bracelets on our right, which is his left arm, and there's 1 gold bracelet on his other arm. The way to deal with this boss is by attacking those bracelets and breaking them. And we want to do that as fast as we can. The boss fight starts up slow and progressively gets harder as time goes on. He will be by himself at first, not doing a whole lot. He'll be swinging his arms around a little bit, but he's really slow. But if you don't break these bracelets quick, he's going to start summoning all kinds of the skeleton guys from Catacombs of Carthus, and it turns into a real shit show if you're not careful. So the point of this, don't worry about defense a whole lot. We want to get the damage that our weapon is going to do as high up as possible. I've got the Lloyd sword ring, which boosts attack when HP is full. I got a dex ring because this is a quality weapon. I have more strength than I do dex, so the dex is raising the damage up quite a bit. And I also have my strength ring on. I can't buff it, or else I would. So get your damage up as high as you can. Put whatever buff on you need. We'll eat some grass, and we're gonna go ahead and touch the goblet. Once we get transferred into the room, it's going to be all dark. The boss still won't be initiated. So we're going to run up. We're going to go to the right-hand side, to the right of his arm. And we're going to start attacking his bracelets before the fight even really gets started. And once we hit him once, he'll kind of wake up and everything will get going. This is the only chance you have to do it. If you die and come back, he'll already be up and going when you come into the room. So we'll head over to the right hand side. You can kind of see his hand right there, and we'll get a good hit in on the bracelet. Charged R2 immediately smashes it. Oh, look at that, and another one. We're gonna wait a second. When he starts to crawl forward, you want to go forward with him. The abyss, yeah, there's the abyss right there. Stay out of the way of that black shit. It'll kill you instantly, pretty much. If you get too far behind him, there's the black stuff that's behind him as well. Alright, let's finish this before it gets too far into it. Son of a bitch. Alright, I'm going for it. There, got it. fight isn't too hard as long as you keep your wits about you and move quick. Just attack those bracelets as fast as you can and get it over with. Now you've seen the item in the middle of the room that I picked up. That is the Pyromancy Tome for... It's one single spell. It's the black flame that runs across the ground, I do believe. If you don't pick it up during the fight, sit at the bonfire and it'll appear in the room. It'll be back in the left-hand corner, like right around here somewhere. Alright. That's fine. Alright, so let's continue on. We are going to go back and kill the boss of the Demon Ruins as well, but first we're going to head up into here and we're going to come into the Boreal Valley of Irithyll. Irithyll of the Boreal Valley. There's an immediate bonfire right outside the door. This is another one of those bonfires that doesn't get a whole lot of use. We're gonna fight another tough enemy on the bridge. So once we get up to kind of where the next little patch of cobblestone is that's laying around right up there on the road, this giant I don't know, the beast of the Boreal Valley, it's kind of like a giant rat mixed with an alligator with an open chest. It's really quick and it's really hard. The best way to deal with it is to, the moment it starts appearing, is to charge at it. Because when it first appears, it goes through an animation. So if you charge right at it and try to hit it in the head, if you can't hit it in the head, at least get some good hits on it. And that should be able to definitely give you the advantage in the fight. If you get a good couple hits in the head, or if you're a mage or pyromancer and you throw a fireball or shoot like some magic at it or something, and you hit it in the head with one of the good fireballs or magics, it'll stagger it and you can riposte it as well. So hit it in the head, get a riposte in if you can. If not, just get some good hits in and dodge more than attack. This is definitely a prime example of wanting to dodge its attacks more than focusing on hitting it. We want to stay alive and get the hits in as best we can. There. And if you've been following this walkthrough, I mean, we are definitely we're a little OP at this point. With, if you have a plus 10 or plus 5 weapon, you have the gear that we've been getting early in the game, then the fight shouldn't be too bad. So we'll come straight across this bridge. We're gonna light the first bonfire we come to. There's no enemies until we go up those stairs, so let's grab what we can out of here. Might as well just get the items, right? So there should be 3 items, I think. I always forget where they are. Maybe oh wait, here it is. Okay, here's the third one right over here. Okay, so clear this area of the items. Now let's head back to Firelink Shrine, and specifically we're going to talk to Grey Rat because he's going to want to go out and pillage again. So we're going to send him out here. So the thing is with Grey Rat, when you get to the Boreal Valley, he wants to go in and pillage the area, and it's set up so like when you go through the area and you kill Pontiff, he'll come back, but technically you can kill any boss and he'll come back. So we send him out. So that's why, okay, so we skipped the boss in the Demon Ruins. We went into the Boreal Valley to trigger gray rat
Discovering Irithyll in the
saying that
Boreal
he wants
Valley.
to go pillage
Oh,
there.
in the 20.
Send him to pillage.
I am goodbye deuced.
And then we'll go back into the demon ruins and kill the boss for that area, and that will bring him back. So we don't have to wait until we clear the Irithyll of the Boreal Valley area. We will pretty much immediately get Grey Rat back. So we traveled to the Demon Ruins Bonfire. We're going to summon Night Slayer Sorig to help us out. And the whole Grey Rat thing, this is kind of like a trick. At least, I don't know. I think it's a trick to get him to come right back instead of going along with what the plan was. You do not have to wait to get him back. Kill any boss and he comes right back to the shrine. And he's going to have new things to buy. So we'll get the Night Slayer Sorig, bring him down to the boss door. There's another NPC summon here as well. This is Great Swamp Cuculus. She is the apprentice of Cornex, at least before us. And she honestly does better in this fight than Night Slayer Sorig does. I've never had her die. I've had Night Slayer Sorig die a few times during this fight, so we're gonna bring in a red bug pellet. Make sure your fire damage is nice and is high. Your fire damage, your fire defense. Make sure your fire defense is high. Use a red bug pellet. This is going to be a fire demon boss, so you don't want to use any weapon that does fire damage, because I believe he would be pretty resistant to it. When you first walk in the room, he's not going to be awake. As we get closer, he'll get up. We'll start the fight. This boss, he does a few melee attacks with this giant like club that he has. Those aren't the things to really watch out for though. Kind of stand behind him, stand in between his legs. The things to watch out for is he does a lot of different area of attack effects, or attack, yeah, whatever. He does a lot of AoE attacks. So a lot of the times you can't even dodge out of the way of them. You just have to take them head on. So you get your fire defense up, and he should be able to tank most of it. When you see him get down to about a quarter of health, make sure you are at full health. When he gets down to where he's almost dead, he does one big attack before he dies at the end. And it's very strong, so you're going to want to be full health to take that on. And you can poison him. Cuculus poisons him for you. Alright, it's coming. Here comes the big attack. There it is. And Night Slayer Sorig just died. After he does that big attack, he'll just sit here and wither away and die. That's all he had left in him. So we don't even have to do anything. He is done for. Kinda sad, actually. But yeah. And that's it for the Demon King. Alright. So I might as well just cover everything. Okay, so all of Demon Ruins is done, all of the Catacombs is done. We're completely done with those two areas. If you summon Great Swamp Cuculus into this boss fight, and she lives, which most likely she will, she cannot die during the boss fight. You can travel back to the Undead Settlement, to the cliff underside, where you very first met Cornex, and her armor set will be there. So we'll go grab that, we'll head back to the Firelink Shrine, and buy the new stuff from Grey Rat. So come out and go up the exact same direction you would go to talk to Cornex at when you got him to head to the shrine for you, where he was locked in the cage up here. And right at the cage is her armor set. I wonder if she came looking for him or something, and he was gone. I don't know. I don't really know the story here at all, but yeah. Alright, so from that point we'll head directly back to the shrine. Alright, and here's Grey Rat.
Oh, then we're both safe and sound. I might have died if it wasn't for that peculiar onion. But take.
Alright, so technically, I just gotta make it clear. If you've been following the walkthrough, we're good. You have to rescue Sigurd from the well. Otherwise, Grey Rat will die in Irithyll, the Boreal Valley. While he's gone, you can never even talk to Patches. For some reason, that triggers him to die as well. He left and came back like right away, so we don't really even have a chance to talk to Patches, but just a heads up on that. So he brings back Divine Blessing, Hidden Blessing. He brings back 3 Twinkling Tatanite and 3 Tatanite Scales, as well as some new weapons. Lothric Knight Greatsword's really good. There should be some, I think the lightning bolts are new.
Goodbye.
And Grey Rat will stay here. Well, actually, so we already went into Lothric Castle. So he's gonna immediately,
You're not leaving for
yeah,
another round of
he
thieving.
immediately,
But I don't want, and I
okay, since we went ahead and skipped ahead in the game and went to Lothric Castle, that's the 3rd place he goes to pillage. He's going to immediately ask to go there since we already unlocked it. Refuse. Do not send him yet.
Right, but if you I meant goodbye. Oh, this.
You can change your mind later by talking to him.
And it
Select talk.
changed your mind. I hope you.
And then send him to pillage later. Not now. Refuse.
But if you I meant
Okay.
goodbye.
So the 3rd time he goes out to pillage, he dies no matter what. And you cannot find his ashes until we get to the Grand Archives. And to get to the Grand Archives, we have to beat all the Lords of Cinder before the Twin Princes. So don't send him to pillage until after we beat the Dragon Slayer armor and go into the Grand Archives. So otherwise, he'll be gone. Alright, I think that pretty much covers everything for this area. Yeah, that's it for Catacombs and the Demon Ruins. Demon Ruins is technically an optional place to go, but you get, I think, 2 Undead Bone Shards, an Estus Shard. You get a lot of good stuff down there. So don't skip it. It's short. It's not too hard. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you for being here and watching my videos. I'll see you on the next video walkthrough. And a fine dark soul to you.